Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video on Trade Now, and for this video I'll be showing you guys a very high win rate strategy for the 1 minute time frame. And before we start this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and to check out the link in the description below to sign up for a FedEx account to earn up to $600. But without further ado, let's start and let me show you guys the indicators that we'll be using. So the first indicator that we'll be using is your EMA, and we'll be needing 2 of your EMAs. First up will be a 50 EMA, and I'll make it green in color. Next up will be a 200 EMA, and I'll make it white in color. For your second indicator, we'll be using the stochastic RSI, and we'll be changing some of the styles. You won't be changing the inputs. So remove everything except for the middle band and the KD. Middle band, change it to white and change this to a normal line, and you can make the opacity to 100%, or you can just make it to anything you want, or make it 80%. And for this, you want to change the K to green in color and the D to red in color. So for this, the strategy is pretty simple. When the green EMA is above the white EMA, you only want to take long positions, and when the green EMA, which is your 50 EMA, is below the white EMA, you only want to take short positions. Next up, you only want to take long positions when the green EMA or green stochastic RSI crosses above the red stochastic RSI above the 50 line. So what do I mean by that? So let me show you guys an example. So like right here, if we zoom in on this place right here, you can see that this green stochastic RSI crosses above the red stochastic RSI, and this specific crossover is above the 50 line. So in this case, you would take the position on the candle that cross over, which is right here. And since the green EMA is above the white EMA, it is a valid position. So stop loss will be below the swing low of the recent move, and you take a 1.5:1, and there we have a win. So remember, when you're taking a long position, the green crossover above the red must be above the 50 line. This is to show that there's a lot of strong momentum in the market, and that by using the strong momentum in the market, you'll be taking a position with high probability of winning. So right here, we have another crossover. So let me show you guys right here. So in this case here, you already know that the green EMA is above the white EMA, so you are looking for crossovers of the green stochastic RSI above the red above the 50 line. So what do I mean by that? Let's wait for this. You can see that right here is the crossover, where we have the green crossover over the red, and the crossover happens above the 50 line. So we enter a long position there. Stop loss will be below the swing low, and we'll take 1.5:1, and we'll let the trade play out. So let's drag the trade, and there we have a win right there. So yeah, that is pretty simple for the long side of the trade, and now I'm going to show you guys the short side of the trade. So you only take short positions when the green EMA is below the yellow EMA. So like right here, you can see that the crossover happens. The green crosses below the white, sorry. So we are waiting for short positions right now, and for a short position to be valid, you must have the crossover of the green stochastic RSI below the red stochastic RSI below the 50 line. So right here, we can see that the green crosses below the red. Right here, the green crosses below the red, and this crossover happens below the 50 line. So that is a valid position. So like right here, we will enter on this candle where the green crosses below the red and the crossover is below the 50 line, and we have our stop loss at the swing high, and we take 1.5:1, and we'll be exited exactly right on this candle. And even if we don't, I'm pretty sure if we drag it all the way here, we wouldn't be stopped out, and it will hit our profit target there as well. So let me show you guys another example of a short position. So right here we have the crossover. We are waiting for the green crossover below the red, and here we have a valid position. So let me zoom back on these candles. So you already know that the green EMA is below the white EMA, so you are waiting for a short position. So now all you got to do is to wait for the green crossover below the red, and here we have that crossover right there. If you zoom in, you can see that there's a crossover sort of, or you can wait for one more candle for confirmation. And indeed there's a crossover here where the green crossover below the red and the crossover happens below the 50 mark. So you enter on this candle where the crossover happens. Stop loss will be above the swing high. You take a 1.5:1. But unfortunately here, even though it is a valid position, this would be a loss. But it's important to take note that every position and every strategy there will confirm be losses, and it's important to not let it get into your head and continue taking positions, because if your strategy is working well, although there will be losses, you'll still be profitable. So make sure to continue using the strategy. So right here I'm looking for another crossover, and let me zoom back right here. So we are waiting for the crossover, and here we have the crossover right here where the green crosses over below the red and the crossover happens below the 50 line. So we enter position there. Stop loss will be right above the recent swing high, and we're going to take a 1.5. So for me right here, let's say if it moves about half my position sizing already, like halfway to my target, I'll personally move my stop loss to break even so that I can avoid the losses. So I'll probably be out of the trade right now, and it's important to reduce your losses and to maximize your wins. But in this case, I'm just going to let the trade play out. And right here you can see that the EMA crosses over here, so I'll be exiting the trade. So basically simple things that you must try to avoid. And also when you're trading this strategy, just make sure to avoid trading this type of trendy lines, ranging territory. Basically what I call by ranging is when there's a crossover below, above, which just states that currently we are not in a trend and we should avoid trendy markets, non-trendy markets. I mean, we should try to trade the biggest trends like this right here. We have clearly a big upside, and we should try to take advantage of those trendy markets and avoid those rangy markets. But anyways, yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys learned a lot and can use this strategy to profit. And make sure to check out my other videos in my channel and hit the like button. So thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.